Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to another special rendition of Sipping Off the Cuff. Mike Morales here in sunny Southern California, in the Hollywood Burbank area. And this gentleman to my side is
Alex Perez. That's beautiful outside.
it's gorgeous outside.
It's tape it outside.
It's a Chamber of Commerce Day, folks. It's a Chamber of Commerce Day. And this is where we're at. First, we want to thank the Hotel Amarano in Hollywood Burbank, who has allowed us to infiltrate their bar and to go on location. This is momentous for us because we have no budget otherwise to do this, but we have equipment now. We have, we've retooled Tequila Aficionado, and we're now able to go on the road, on the road
It's
again.
a beautiful place too.
It's gorgeous. If you've never been here, you look it up online. It's the Hotel Amarano. By the way, we didn't mention the name of the bar. The name of the bar is the initials. It goes by initials FYC. And if you guys are, if you're into the Academy and the awards, we just had the Oscars not too long ago. FYC stands for your consideration.
So I guess this is for your consideration.
For your consideration, we are tasting and dissecting a brand new tequila, brand new on the market. It's going to be hot, folks. I'm telling you right now. This is Rodeo De Las Aguas, and we just broke the seal on this.
I love that crest.
I do too. By the way, the crest, when we get to the extra añejo, the crest does something really cool, and we'll be able to show you, or at least tell you about it. But anyway, we just broke the seal, and this is the Reposado. Look at the color on it. You see that?
It's got a beautiful
That's
straw, deep straw.
Look at it. Look how yellow I look in the camera. It's weird. I look like a fish. Anyway, before we go into the ins and outs, let's just pour the juice as we do. I'm going to use my Tazo Jarrito that I normally use for mezcal. We've got a little wider mouth. I like it for reposados. And my turn this time.
Yes, please.
And then Alex will use his handy dandy Glencairn. Oh, look at that. Lingering bubbles. This is a beautiful color. You know what? Do we even know? We may have to ask our studio audience. We actually have a studio audience, folks. We never do this. I'm surprised they're not heckling us right now. So,
Right, nice.
But
Look at that color.
yeah, it's a nice golden hue. Yeah. Once we're done,
We'll let you have a sip.
we'll let you have a sip, but you're gonna sip it like we do.
So it's a beautiful straw.
That's more like a pale gold.
Yeah, it's got gold. Yeah,
Yeah,
golden hue.
it's a golden hue. It is really beautiful. And again, look at the
14
legs of
karat.
tears. 14 karat. Look at that. Can you see that? Our lighting
Not
is
only-
really good
yeah,
here
I
today.
can smell it from here.
We did that with the Blanco. Remember,
Blanco
you,
was just
you popped
opened
the
up
cork
and
on the Blanco and
Said, hello.
Hello. Let me see. Here we go. Now I'm gonna. Oh my God.
This is 10 months in American Oak.
Okay.
It's just beautiful.
I'm still getting some of the citrus notes that we got
Still
on the
getting
Blanco.
cooked agave coming through.
Right.
It's beautiful. It's
We have a
like
tabletop
cream,
I can
like a
actually use.
creamy, cream. It's creamy.
And plenty of nice alcohol, not enough to singe your eyebrows, but it's enough to bring up the aromas in the tequila. It's what you're looking for. You want that.
But it's not harsh.
No,
I got my nose all the way in.
no, not at all.
Beautiful. I love the kiss of oak that it has.
Well, it's got more than a kiss, though. I
But
mean,
on the nose.
oh, on the nose.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
overpowering.
And how many months did you say this was?
Said 10 months.
10 months? Oh, that explains the color then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But look at the viscosity on it.
The
It's
the
beautiful.
legs and we always look for viscosity because that's how it's gonna give you the mouthfeel you're looking for. And the Blanco was fantastic. That mouthfeel, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And we got notes of peppermint, spearmint. We got Alex got sage, and baked agave on the nose right away. So it was beautiful.
So the Blanco still comes through, which I love.
Yes.
You don't want to mask the agave. Yeah, the kiss of wood is just beautiful. I'm ready for it.
Okay,
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Here we go.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, folks, I have to go do that.
That means you're driving.
One of us is driving. Otherwise, we gotta call Uber. Again, on that first pass, I'm just getting a lot of lingering on the palate, but it's beautiful.
Getting orange. A little orange
Yeah,
zest.
I got the, well, that's because we now
Vanilla.
have citrus and stuff on the beginning.
Mhm.
You know what I didn't mention for the Blanco? At first, that first pass, not only did we get a lot of spearmint or peppermint, I got like olive oil almost.
Mm.
And I didn't mention that, and I should have, because
I'll have to go back.
I almost got it again on this one, but it just kind of tapered off because of the wood.
So the green, the green olive oil.
Right, the green olive oil. And now that it's opening up, wow.
Yeah, we just opened these bottles up, so they need to just aerate just a little bit.
Yeah.
The glass on the bottom.
Yeah, we just booked the seal off of these before we came on camera, so
You know, it's got a good, nice medium long finish too.
yes. Well, I had spit mine out, so my second pass, I'm going to swallow. Here we go.
This is during March Madness. We got March Madness basketball in the background there. Oh, I got some beautiful vanilla notes.
Yes, I was going to say there's some baking spice notes on this. It's a little bit deeper than I would have thought, because we don't normally get these kind of notes until you get to the añejo.
Yeah, this
Or
got
the-
some añejo notes in it.
Yeah, and you know what?
It's a lot more full than
Right,
than
it's much-
typical reposado.
What's bolder now? Did they say whiskey barrels or bourbon barrels? Because I've got the spiciness that it's got I've got more
I don't
of a
know.
peppermint, more like a cinnamon type of note. And it's just a little bit more like
That's
from
the heat,
the barrel,
yeah.
from the barrel. But you're right, the
It doesn't
finish,
say. That's a nice finish, huh?
that's a great finish. Wow.
It's medium to long finish.
Yes. Now you're the cocktail guy. What do you think? Do you think that this reposado would stand up to something you would use like a Latin Manhattan or an old fashioned? Do you think it'd stand up for stuff like
Well,
that?
This is actually enough for old fashioned.
That's what I thought. And you know what? It's bold enough for a cigar. I honestly,
I would use it in a Oaxacan old fashioned. Because typically you'll do an ounce,
You
you
do
do
it.
an ounce of reposado.
Okay.
And half ounce of mezcal, agave syrup, bitters. There you
yeah,
have it.
yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So this is a beautiful reposado.
Mm.
It's got some great body to it too.
Oh my God, folks, if you can do that retro nasal with a little bit of the liquid on your tongue, the barrel notes are amazing. They're deeper. I'm getting clove. I'm getting the baking spices lean more toward to me. They're not on the sweet side. They're more on the heartier side. Clove, maybe some bitter chocolate,
Dried fruit.
dried fruit, maybe even some leather. And it's still opening up. I mean, this is still my first pour. I haven't gone back for the third one. The character on this tequila it's amazing. Let's give you the ins and outs, okay? Because if you didn't watch our Blanco review, maybe you're not a Blanco person. Okay, here we go. This is coming from Distillery 1517. It is Tequila Galindo. No Gallardo, Galindo. Do you want to tell the story of why it's called Rodeo de las Aguas? And the reason why we're doing it at this hotel is because the stories dovetail. The stories are very similar. We're here in the Hollywood Burbank area. It's old Hollywood, new Hollywood. Okay. In fact, if you've ever seen the decor here, if you've stayed here before, first of all, if you stayed here before, leave us a comment if you're watching us on YouTube. Let us know where you stayed, because this is a hidden gem. Okay, and their bar's about ready to. Their bar's about ready to
open up.
They're ready to open up. So, tell the story of the rodeo. Why it's called Rodeo de las
Rodeo de
Aguas.
las Aguas. Well, you know what? I like how you say it.
Okay,
You're the storyteller.
I'm the
Because I don't want to mess it up.
I'm the
I
historian.
don't want to mess it up
You know,
because this is an important story because it is the foundation of what we know as Beverly Hills.
Yes, exactly. Two of the owners, Tony Garcia and Jeffrey Levy, are the two main owners of Rodeo De Las Aguas, and we met them in an impromptu
By
meeting
chance, yeah.
by chance at a beautiful restaurant in Beverly Hills, a seafood restaurant, a Vietnamese seafood restaurant, very high end. And unbeknownst to us, they were like two brand owners. There was another gentleman.
They had the tequila under the table.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we thought we were there for Sotol, right?
We were there for some.
We were there for Sotol.
We ended up with the tequila.
Yeah. So, they tasted us on this tequila. They had just soft launched it. Okay. And it turns out that one of the owners, Jeffrey, he lives in Beverly Hills. He's a independent producer, film producer, very famous. Look him up. You can't. He's got his own Instagram. You can follow them on Instagram. But anyway, very imaginative producer and been around for a long time. So it turns out that he purchased Merv Griffin's old home in Beverly Hills, which is just down the street from the Beverly Hills Hotel. If you remember who Merv Griffin is, he was a mogul. Okay, he was a media mogul. He wasn't just a talk show host. You remember his show, but he was the producer of really great game shows, for example, like Password. I think Dating Game. He may have been. Maybe not Dating Game.
He's done a lot of
But
stuff.
he had the guy was a pretty nice guy. Well, Jeffrey lives in his home, and it turns out that the home is fed with an underground spring that was the basis for Rodeo de las Aguas. Because for anybody who's familiar with California history, many of the Spanish names, like for instance Santa Margarita, was a ranch, and the beginnings of all those, especially if those of you in Hollywood or in that area and familiar with Sepulveda, you're familiar with names like Verdugo. Those were all named after land grants to the families by the Spanish crown. So Rodeo de las Aguas was a land grant that when developers came to California and they wanted to turn the orange groves into housing developments, they approached the family. And at first, I guess the family didn't want to sell. But eventually they did, as most of Southern California did. And so when Jeffrey discovered the history of the house that he lives in, and this opportunity came up, he said, "We got a great story."
Oh, yeah.
So Rodeo, in fact, it turns out that the family is still around, and they have reached out to Rodeo de las Aguas and thanked them publicly for not forgetting, their family roots. They have like a private Facebook page or something, they got for the family, and it's an amazing story.
Just bringing it to light. I mean, it's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's interesting because they have some amazing water coming out of that estate. We can't use it for tequila because you have to make it and bottle it.
Right.
Use the water, use the agave in tequila in order to call it 100% tequila. But from what I hear, I understand they're doing some other stuff. They got some other projects. They'll be making some other spirits with that water, which would be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to try some of those. And Alex is more of a cocktail guy, so he'll probably be.
I heard there's a gin coming out.
Oh, we'll see gin with some botanicals from this area here.
We can make some gin tequila cocktails
from the farmers markets.
Anyway, what's your take on this?
Hey, you know what? You're the one that's got you use the paddle. Brand of Promise nominee in this Reposado category.
This is hands down.
Hands down.
You're gonna beautiful Blanco. Reposado is amazing.
Oh.
I know the other expressions are gonna be awesome.
If you've had it and first of all, subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, give us a like, share it with other people who might want to, who have, connections to Southern California or would like to try this because it's not everywhere. Do we have a price point on this, Alex?
So price point on that is just under $70.
For the Repo?
It's a steal.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And this is coming from a distillery that is not making a lot of things in that same distillery because a lot of times you have multiple brands coming out. So this is pretty unique.
It's
This
a,
is, these guys stumbled onto something pretty special.
boy, I asked Tony, how did you fall into this? Because I've only had one tequila from that distillery, and it was Tequila Galindo, and it was a Blanco that they sent to me. It was a 375 or something when I was living in San Antonio, and they only sent it to me, so nobody else got a chance to taste it. We never did the review on it, but I fell in love with the Blanco because that was all they sent me. I think that was all they had was the Blanco oil, and look what turned out from the Blanco to the Reposado. It just evolved. It's beautiful. Folks, if you can get it, go get it, order it. I'm sure it'll be available online, but it won't be available everywhere else. However, it will be available here at the hotel.
The Hotel Amarano.
The Hotel Amarano, if you're planning on a staycation or you want to go visit,
Just sit at the bar behind us
Yep.
and have a sip.
have a sip. They're upping their tequila game, and we can't be more proud that they're taking they're taking us for consideration, because that's the name of the bar. The bar's name is actually, if you're familiar with Hollywood, right? It's FYC. Those are the initials. It's called For Your Consideration, and we've got a lot of.
And that's usually how they send the, well, now it's DVDs and send them to the members of the
ballots,
academy
the members of the academy,
for your
for
consideration. so
consideration.
you can vote on it.
Or those big ads in Variety or the
Yeah.
trade magazines, the Hollywood Reporter, I'm acting like I read this stuff. I'm such a fanboy. But anyway, that's our take. If you've had it before, let us know what you're doing with it. Yes, it will stand up to a cocktail. It's very, very bold and very
It's,
hearty. And I can't wait to get to the rest of this line. So
Stay tuned.
I'm Mike Morales. We're here at the Hotel Amarano. This gentleman here is
Alex Perez, and as always, sip wisely. Snap for the snap crackle.
Oh man.